How's it going? How is everyone doing on this wonderful weekend? It's the weekend. It's a Saturday, July 1st. So just over halfway through the year now. I hope everyone has some festivities planned over the next few days. Coming up to July 4th. If you're going to be using fireworks, do it responsibly. Don't be one of those idiots that's not paying attention. You end up losing a few fingers. That's never a good thing. If you've got pets, by all means, keep them indoors. Turn on the radio. Do something to help put them at ease. A lot of pets do not like the loud noises. I've had a few people around here shooting fireworks off. There were some last night, and Kiwi, for the most part, didn't pay any attention to it. But she's kind of an explorer by nature, so I've opted to not necessarily have people over for the 4th. Because I used to have, I used to fix the dinner and everything. Everybody come over around 6 o'clock or so, and then come fireworks time, we would just go sit on my front porch, because here in Piqua, they actually shoot the fireworks over just across the river. It's like right diagonal from my house. And it's great because looking across that way, first you have the Albrecht's parking lot. So nothing big there to get in your view. And then on the next street over, there used to be a school that they actually tore down. So now there's they reseeded the whole lot, so there's just an empty lot right there, and it's right next to the river. So you've got, perfect view for viewing fireworks on the comfort of my own porch. Plus, you get the added spectacle of trying to see everybody leave after the fireworks, because a lot of people come over and park in the Albrecht's parking lot. So that's kind of fun to watch too. But yeah. Because of the dog, I've opted, because I don't know, she didn't do bad at all with, the small fireworks that people, around the neighborhood were lighting off. But when it comes to the bigger ones, this is the first year I'm having her, so I think I want to kind of weigh on the side of caution, to make sure that, she doesn't freak out. I'll probably put her... if people come by, because I told people, I'm not going to fix a meal or anything like that, but I'll probably go out and sit on the porch to watch the fireworks. So if somebody wants to come over and sit, they're more than welcome to. But I don't want people, going in and out of the house a lot, because if they're not careful and she gets out, she's an explorer, so she's gonna take off, look around the neighborhood. And I'll admit, I'm getting too freaking old to try to be running full throttle to chase down my dog. Mainly because my biggest fear is with the way some people drive through some of these residential neighborhoods, which is insane. That's how they drive. They drive insane. She'll get hit by a car or something. And, I don't want that. I've come rather attached to Kiwi, even though she can be a pain in the ass at times. But so that's what I'm doing for the 4th. But I hope you're having a big get together, or you're going somewhere to watch fireworks, or maybe you're lucky like me and you can sit there right at the comfort of your own home and see the fireworks in your area. But happy 4th of July, regardless, because by the time this video's up, we're probably prior to the 4th. I'm going to try to get this video up. If you're watching it, hopefully it is either Sunday or Monday before the 4th. So, because I've only got 2 videos prior to this one that I need to get uploaded. So. Alright. Well, here we are. It is time for the Metalhead Box. Disclaimer, in case you haven't seen me before, I'm a metalhead. I love metal. But because I'm here in the States, there are a lot of metal bands that we don't get exposure to, readily over here in the States. There's a lot of bands that if you want to get their music or you want to get familiar with them, you've got to kind of search them out here in the States. It's not like you can just go to like any store that stocks music, which they still do. They still do sell CDs, and vinyl's kind of made a resurgence. So there's a lot of stores, Walmarts and Targets and stuff like that, stock actually a decent selection of vinyl now. But yeah, a lot of these bands you're not going to find in those stores. You have to actually go to like actual music stores, which are becoming a thing of the past too. We used to have a number of them around this area. We don't anymore. At least not that I know of. Okay, so a lot of these metal bands I don't really know about. I might not even heard of because they're from overseas, or because even if they're here in the States, maybe they're a band that doesn't readily tour, maybe around my area, or just doesn't tour in general. Some of these metal bands, even though they have albums out and everything like that, when they tour in like around their area. Like if they're on the West Coast, they do different shows, say around California. If they're on the East Coast, they might do, New York and Pennsylvania and stuff like that. But a lot, here in Ohio, a lot of these bands we don't see. So I don't get exposure to them. So there are going to be things that I don't recognize. There might be bands I don't know, but there will be ones that hopefully I will, because I do have a sizable CD collection, and about a third of it is metal. So, but I got this because I'm a metalhead, and I want to experience other metal bands. I'm a universal metalhead. I like it. If it's metal, I like it. There's some that I like better than others, obviously, but in general, if I hear a metal band, I'm going to enjoy it. So here we go. This is a Metalhead Box. And of course, we have the Slayer. Everybody knows Slayer. I was lucky enough to see them on their last. Actually, I saw them on I believe it was the last show that they did, which was at Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. And it was them, Ministry, Primus, and Phil Anselmo and the Illegals, who they did a full Pantera set, which was really cool. Yeah, it was an incredible show. Seen Slayer probably 8 or 9 times. But yeah, cool graphic on the back. I really wish. Again, I'm going to reiterate. When they do these up, they should do a lithograph or just like a basic print of whatever the packaging is and include that. That'd be great. I think most people would love that. Because it's kind of awkward to try to keep these bags and like put them up. I think it look better if it was a print. And if you tried to like scan this, I don't know whether you could. I might try that with this one because I really like this bag. So I might try to see if I can flatten this out real good. Although it's got this barcode sticker on it, I don't think that's going to come off. No, that's not going to come off. So there'd be no point in trying to do it. All right. This should have 3 items in it. I've got one of the smaller Metalhead boxes. It'll come with 3 items. One's a pin, a t-shirt, and normally a CD or an EP. They do have bigger boxes that include more items that you can get. They have I believe they have a vinyl record one. Check them out. You'll find information about the site down below. Make sure you go check them out. All right. So obviously, if there's something that I don't recognize, don't grill me about it. Like I said, I put that disclaimer right up front. And then if you do know what band it's from, by all means, comment down below. Let me know. No way I can fully check them out. The pin, I mean, they're very detailed pins, but they are, a lot of times, are very hard to see what's what here. So here, see if it'll focus on that. Oh, kind of. There we go. Looks kind of like a Grim Reaper type thing. I mean, this ain't jumping out. I mean, of course, it could be from the band Grim Reaper. There is a band called Grim Reaper. But, yeah, the only downside of these pins is sometimes they are so detailed that it's hard to make out all the details on it. But it's pretty cool. See, actually, the next concert I'm going to is not metal. I mean, I like all kinds of music, so metal is just the bulk of my CD collection. But I mean, everything. I mean, I don't really listen to a lot of like rap, or like hip hop, R&B, stuff like that. But there are some. I like, you know, old school rap, you know, like Run DMC and Dougie Fresh and stuff like that. But I mean, I like old 50s, 60s music. I like some country. I like big band swing. I just seen that Brian Setzer is doing a big rockabilly show later this year. I'd really like to try to go to that. But yeah, next concert I'm going to is actually in about 2 weeks. Actually, it is exactly 2 weeks from today, on the 22nd. So it actually be 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today. Yeah, 3 weeks from today. I'm taking my mom. This was my gift to her for Mother's Day. Taking her to see Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Seen Mr. Valli and his group. I think this will make like the 5th time now. The man's 90-some years old, and still, I mean, it just does an incredible job. It's amazing. All right, next up, we have got the T-shirt. What do you want? And we have got, this is a very faint print, but it's from Tribunal. I have heard of them. I don't know whether I mean, I like the design, but I wish it was, I almost wish it was printed in like an actual color, like just white or a different color, because that light, that gray, I mean, it really doesn't show up very well, does it? I mean, you might say, well, you know, the camera probably don't pick it up very well, but no, honestly, this is, I can actually see it better on the camera than I can looking at it here. So I think the camera actually lightens it up a little bit. But cool design. It's a black shirt. I like black shirts, but I think they could have, it would have been better if they would have just printed it in white. Make it stand out a little bit. Alright, and last we have the CD. This is from, it looks like Begravement. I think that's pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure that little in the middle is supposed to be an A, so it'd be Begravement. And the name of the album is Horrific Illustrious Beckon. It is a full album. Looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got 9 songs on it. Begravement. I mean, give me a little bit of credit. I can actually read it. But yeah, I have not heard of Begravement. Really cool cover. Huh. That's another thing. I mean, in metal bands, sometimes the actual cover art and stuff is done by someone in the band, but then a lot of times they also they duel that out, or they hire somebody to do the cover art and liner notes and stuff like that for their CDs or the vinyl, whatever. But just talented, incredibly talented artists. The back, we got like some old, creepy, dilapidated building. Huh? All right. So I mean, again, if you know exactly who the Grim Reaper pin is from, comment down below. Let me know. If you know a little bit more about begravement, I'm sure it might say something about them inside the liner notes, so I'll check that out. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know. Alright, that's it. Always pleased with Metalhead Box, like I said. It's great. The one good thing about not knowing metal bands is then you get introduced to something new. Doesn't mean if you know every band that's out there, then there's nothing to other than maybe when some of your favorites put out new music, there's nothing to get real excited about. But if you don't know every band, then when you get something like this and you're introduced to new bands, that's great. Speaking of bands, here we go. I got my shirt from I Died Trying. They did a benefit show for, I'm able to see the back of that, for Kyle Maines, who tragically is not with us anymore. I never had the pleasure of meeting the guy in person. I was friends with him on Facebook. We would comment back and forth to each other on certain things once in a while. He seemed like he seemed like it was a rather joy to be around. He's just one of those guys that just about anybody could hang out with, at a show or whatever. He did go to a lot of shows, and he was, from what I understand, he was pretty close to the members of I Died Trying. So they decided for the benefit show that they were doing to help with his expenses and so forth, that they would print up these shirts. And I pre-ordered one ahead of time. Yeah. So, cool. Check them out. Alright, well that's it. That was the Metalhead Box for, I'm assuming that's for June. That might be May's. I don't know. It's because it comes from Canada and it gets shipped down to Florida somewhere, the regular warehouse or something like that, and then it gets sent out. So this might actually be, it might be a full month behind between the time the month that it's for and then you actually receive it. So if you know that too, I can't keep track of which one's which. Comment down below, let me know. Alright, well, outside of that, that's it. That's all I got. As always, hey, look out for yourself and everyone around you so we all have a much better chance at staying safe and healthy. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend, or at this point, hopefully you did. And enjoy your 4th, because that should be coming up by the time this video is being posted. I'm going to go get some work done around the house. Well, actually, I'm going to run and run a few errands, and then I'm going to come back and work around the house. Because that's what I do on my weekends. Alright, that's it. See ya.